Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and today we're going to have our weekly painting progress. Now, I was pretty busy this week and didn't get a whole lot done, but I figured I'd show what little I did. So first off, we've got one of Wiz Kids' deep cut half-orc barbarians, except, well, I just went ahead and painted him up like a regular orc, and I really liked his wolf pelt that he's wearing there. His friend, who has the receding hairline, I have not gotten around to as much yet, but slowly but surely he is coming along. Not the most detailed or fantastic a paint job, but it gets the job done, and, well, you know, that's really the end of the day what's important. Along with him, we've got her, another half-orc barbarian, and, well, she got painted up like a regular orc as well. So on the package, they have their kind of CG color renders, and they have them with kind of this weird bluish gray skin, which I think they've kind of done for a while. But we went ahead and just went with a traditional green. Really liked she's actually appropriately dressed. She's not in the chainmail bikini, and she's got quite a large axe. I think it's actually bigger than his. So he's on a 30mm base. It's on one of the new weird ones, actually. I don't know why. It just kind of fit with his setup. Whereas she's on a 32mm base, and they both seem to work pretty well. About the same size as well. Also, next up we have a elf. I want to say it's a regular elf, not a half elf, but an elf paladin. And he just has a very Chinese kung fu wandering hero look going on. And I mean, I painted it pretty much exactly how they show it on the package, and I'm quite happy with him. A lot of times I end up eventually flipping or trading or just doing something with these basic generic hero type figures, but this guy's gonna stay because he looks like he's straight out of like a wuxia movie from the 90s. So very cool. I really like that guy. I think I put him on a 25mm. Is that GW? Yeah. Alright, so let's move away from the cheap plastic and we'll move on to the expensive resins. First up, we have one of our sisters of the Crimson Rose, I believe. I know it's a Raging Heroes model. Anyway, I went with a red look because I thought, you know, if they're supposed to be, well, the light just kicked in there. If they're supposed to be some kind of crimson, well, why not actually dress them up in crimson? So I just did a very basic paint job. I want to say it was a regular paint. It might have been one of the contrast ones. I don't know. I have not had good luck with those contrast paints, but I just went ahead and did very simple work on her. She came out okay. Seems kind of short. I don't know why. Maybe these guys are just bigger. Grabbing like our Primaris Marine here, you can see there is quite a size discrepancy, but if I grab my traditional Witch Hunter friend, about the same size. But let's move on to figures that are not the same size. Got a couple Kingdom Death models done. I finally decided to sit down and paint the Azure Night. She's just the Azure Night, not the Twilight Knight. And I can't stand her tongue on her face there because it looks like she's got something going on. Let's see the light. Nope, that's not good. Can we zoom it in a little bit? I don't know. That's really out of focus, sorry. It looks like she's got like a smear on her face. Otherwise, I thought she turned out pretty decent. I'm just kind of unhappy with the way her tongue, maybe it's modeled. Maybe it's not actually there. Maybe it's just a piece of leftover resin that I didn't bother to clean off as well as I should have. This model has broken on me so many times now. It is absolutely ridiculous how many times she has broken, but I think I got everything pretty much all said and done well. I don't even think the sword is actually supposed to be touching the ground, but I figured it's a nice counterpoint to her other foot, and it works. Keeps things balanced, because honestly, this model, I don't know. It just did not want to cooperate very well. And then besides her, the one that I'm quite happy with this week is the plastic version of the White Speaker Sword Hunter. So originally I tried playing around with the contrast paints, and I really wasn't happy with how my results looked, but I figured we'll go back and touch it up, and it came out okay. I figured I did a so-so job on the skin tones. It really needs some touch-up work, I think. And she is just absolutely massive compared to all the other models, even the Azure Knight here, looks kind of dinky compared to her. Now, admittedly, she is bent over a bit, whereas she is like at her full height, but it's crazy, like, you know, look at this. And she does have a bit of a raised base, too. She is standing on a face there. It's hard to see it. I didn't do the best job painting it. Couldn't tell if she's in water or what, so I just went ahead and kept it all generic and plain and boring. How big she is compared to a Tau. Jeez. He goes like barely past her knee. So yeah, she is a really big model. But I'm pretty happy with her. What we'll use her for, I have no idea. Maybe a survivor with sword mastery. Obviously, that would be the correct choice, because if she does show up in the settlement, it's not like she's going to do a whole lot, sadly. Except lick swords and kill you. Anyway. So that's what I got done this week. A little bit of everything. And like I always like to say, if I can bother and manage to get things done in the very limited time that I have, you guys all have no excuse as well. Get those brushes wet, get those paints poured, and let's see some painted miniatures. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, and see you later. Thanks for watching, and hope you come back for more. Bye-bye.